Hi everyone, I'm Edyta Sitar from Laundry Basket Quilts. Welcome to Quilting Window, and I want to introduce you to Erin. Erin is a wonderful, wonderful friend of mine, and today I'm streaming live from my kitchen. I promise you guys to welcome you for a little bit of cooking for the holidays, and I am so thankful that you took the time and wanted to cook with me. Imagine that. We did quilting together all year long, and now we're gonna do a little bit of cooking. So I want to share with you a fun recipe for something that my mom made it, my grandma made it, I make it every year for holidays. It's a recipe for pierogies. So I think holidays are so special when you invite your special friend, and thank you, Erin, for coming to cook with me.
Thanks for having me.
And sharing some home recipes, something that it's a tradition to you. And I know there probably are thousands ways of making pierogies. I'm gonna share with you the way how my grandma made it, how my mom made it. It's super simple and super fun, and I hope you enjoy it. So yeah, let's have some fun cooking. Are you excited, Erin?
I'm really excited. I have never had a pierogi, so.
Yeah, and you have talked to me about learning how to do it for so long. So
yes.
Today is your chance.
Can you believe I'm going to learn how to make pierogies before I learn how to quilt?
Yes. Well, quilting is going to be our next thing to do it together. We have to do it. But so there's a few simple ingredients for pierogies. You have to make a dough, and then you have a filling inside. So I always start up with the filling because I want that to be cooled off by the time I have my dough ready and I'm ready to make pierogies. And pierogies are just like little dumplings. You put stuff inside in a little dough package. So the filling that I'm going to do it with you today is the basic one. It's potatoes, mushrooms, and onions, and just a tiny sprinkle of salt. That's all that you need. You can do all different fillings. My mom used to make meat pierogies, cabbage pierogies, fruit pierogies, but the potato one seemed to be everybody's favorite. So I thought, and they're like the basic one. So once you learn to do those, we're good to go. So Erin, we're gonna need some basic ingredients, and one of the ingredients is the potatoes. And this is important actually, the way how you choose your potatoes. You don't want potatoes that are like soggy and watery. So I like to use baked potatoes. And Idaho baked potatoes are like fluffy and a little bit more dry, and they give me a really nice filling. So to speed things up, because I want you to roll the dough and do all the fun stuff, I did prep some things for us. Perfect. So if you were to do it at home, you're gonna start by, of course, peeling your potatoes and then dicing them to small cube and cooking them.
Okay.
And I usually cook them for 15 to 20 minutes. I usually use 3 to 4 potatoes for one round of pierogies. And I wanted to tell you something. This is so different for me because my mom, my grandma, they would just grab a handful of flour, take an egg, break it in, sprinkle. They did not measure stuff. So it took me a little bit of time. Oh, hello, Michael. How are you?
Too many cooks in the kitchen.
Yes. Where's our Oliver? He also is here for today. So thank you for fixing this, Michael. We're streaming live, so there may be some hiccups. We maybe break some eggs and spill some flours, but are you in?
I'm up for it.
Yeah.
I'm up for anything.
So I told you about the potatoes. I dice them, slice them, and put them in a bowl for you and cook them. So let me bring this in as soon as Michael is done with my microphone. Are you guys enjoying this? And when you're cooking your potatoes, don't forget to sprinkle a little bit of salt. And in my kitchen, I don't do a lot of salt because I try to watch for it. So you can add more or less, and sometimes when I finish my pierogies, that's what you can sprinkle extra salt and pepper if you want it. So when you're cooking, I'm trying to stay a little bit on a minimal size, but you need to gauge it. And once you make first ones, you're gonna be like, oh, okay, I need a little bit more salt. It's just like fabric. You need a little bit more green, a little bit more yellow. So I did this for you this morning. Ooh, this is nice and warm. And you want your potatoes to be nice and warm. You eat, Erin.
Oh,
so look at
already.
this, guys. We just cooked our potatoes. See the nice steam in. And in the meantime, I took my onion and I diced it to small dices, just like this. And I fried it golden. Then I also like to put in my filling, just to sparkle up a little bit, mushroom. So I took mushroom and I diced them. I split the package to two. I diced it to very small dices and I slice it to a larger slices. Those gonna be for later to put on top
Ooh,
of
on
the
top.
pierogies. Yeah,
Ooh.
those we are gonna go ahead and fry it with the onions. So you start onions. This
Get a nice flavor.
yes. And speaking of frying, you're gonna need a little bit of either butter or olive oil. It's up to you. I'm using butter because that's my mama's recipe. It feels homey. I love it, so I'm gonna use a little bit of butter, fry my onions, fry my mushrooms together, and create this little bit of like a paste that I'm gonna now add it to this here. This is for
Perfect.
you. Hold on, you need a little spoon. And
And
guys,
so we're just gonna mix this in.
yes, just throw it in.
Perfect.
Yep. And you could stop right there, but if you want to add a little kick to it, you can add some cheese. And I break my cheese into small bits and throw it into my little mixture of potatoes because I love the little sharp flavor. And you can use any cheeses you want. I like the sharp one. In my house, at my mom's house, she would go ahead and look at what she had leftovers. If she had some kind of cheese, she would go ahead and do it.
So we're gonna not mix, we're gonna mash, right?
Mash.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, you it.
Alrighty.
So mash, mash, mash.
And I
yes.
think also too with the cheese, like especially if you're doing like a low sodium, not a whole lot of salt,
Yeah.
it'll add that extra flavor instead of
Absolutely.
adding the salt
Yeah.
too.
And if you want it, you can add a little pepper, add a little bit more salt. You can taste this. So I mixed one a little bit earlier, and you're gonna want to mix this, have it sit so it cools off, and I'm gonna start cleaning our area because the next step we're getting into mixing flour, and we're gonna have an awesome time playing.
All right,
And-
how do we look?
oh, this looks fantastic, but a
Little
little
more?
bit more.
You got
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Really get in
Yeah,
there.
yes. And what I do is stop for 1 sec. We're gonna just grab a tiny bit. Yeah, it's a really
flavor?
good. Yeah, that onion is so yummy. Yeah, this is really good. Really, really good. So, perfect. And
Okay.
notice the texture of it, guys. Do you see? It's not soggy. It's you can go ahead and firm.
Yeah, it is fluffy.
Yeah, nice. You want it to be crushed, everything. You don't want to have like a chunk in it. You want it to be crushed, but you don't want it to be watery. You want it to
Yeah.
be nice. So when you finish cooking your potatoes, it's nice to have them sit for a little bit so the steam evaporate, the little bit leftover water evaporate right away. Throw your onions, throw your beautiful, oh, this can go in a sink right away, and put your little bit of a cheese. And whoops, yeah, throw some cheese around.
So we're getting cheesy over
Yes.
here.
Oh, speaking of cheesy, Erin has the best sense of humor. We were a little bit laughing and giggling before we started the show because we wanted to be a cooking show, not a comedy show. But we love making each other laugh. So this is a little bit warm. It needs to sit for a little bit. I already have one that it's a little bit cooled off, ready, set, go. And like I said, 3 potatoes gonna be enough for our next step. I'm gonna put this to the side behind you. Now, bring this in closer.
Alrighty.
Yes. And look at what I got here. Now, our next step in making pierogies is going to make a dough. And I have an egg. I have a 1 cup of like just a dish. And what I'm going to do is I'm gonna start with my flour. And many times, my mom, my grandma used to put everything on the board. With time, my mom started mixing her dough in a bowl, then putting into the
Oh, just right onto the
Yes,
cutting board.
yeah.
Why, was there a certain reason, or?
Where if you do it right on a board, sometimes it sticks too much to your board and then it's harder to roll it. So I figured it out. I'm gonna follow her lead and change with time, what it's okay. Recipes sometimes be adjusted. And I'm gonna tell you a little secret later on, so stay tuned. I'm checking on my water. I have a water cooking right here on the stove. This water is to boil our pierogies. So I already turned it on and it's cooking just a slow. We don't want it too much. So that way when I'm finished with my dough, finished with making my pierogies, I'm ready, set, go. So you have to multitask a little bit. All right.
Perfect. Love a good time saver.
Yes, watch this. We have to sieve our flour and we're going to go 1. And, oh, thank you, Erin. Yes, go for it. 2, all right. And the secret to a good dough is, of course, a little sprinkle of salt.
Perfect.
You want it just tiny bit, not a lot.
Perfect.
Oh, thank you, Erin. Make a little hole in your dough. Do you see what I just did right there?
A little nest for our egg.
Would you like to break an egg,
Sure.
please? Oh, wow, you're natural. I love this.
We'll see if there's any shells in there later. Mike, you'll be our guinea pig.
My mom told me that a little sprinkle of flour really makes you like fit in. Yes.
And I can double it as a powder.
Yes.
Freshen up.
So now, the secret is to a nice dough, you want a warm water. You don't want your water cold. So I'm just letting my water run for a few seconds so that way I get a nice warm water. And as soon as I have it, and I actually was making tea this morning, so maybe I have some warm, actually I'm gonna forget about this. I do have some leftover. I was making tea, I was telling you about it. So I have a nice warm water right here. You have to be careful, not too hot. Oh, this is good. Oh, a little bit too warm, a little bit too warm. I'm gonna put a little bit more. I want it like a, yeah, nice warm, but not hot, because you don't want to put a hot water onto your egg. It's not gonna work good. And look what I'm gonna do. This is gonna be my mixer, my hand. And I have my fingers a little bit more open. So what I'm gonna do, I broke that egg and I'm gonna just start spilling my water into it and spill it some more. And do you see how I almost like a fork, fluff it back and forth?
Just like a real rough mix.
Yes, rough mix, because I want that egg to go everywhere. Oh, this is great. It's working really nice. Thank you, Erin. I still have a little bit water. You really have to like feel it. You want your dough, do you see what happened? It's sticking really nice. I'm gonna put that water to the side. I think I'm good to go. I'm gonna take this off my fingers because the most sticky ones are right on my fingers. And I wanna get all this dry stuff included in my little mix. So notice that if I would be doing this on my board, all this would be sticking around and would be creating a little bit mess for me. So what I like to do is mix it in my bowl. Oh, this is good dough. Wow, Erin. Wow, we're gonna have some nice pierogies.
I can't wait.
Don't worry.
I didn't eat breakfast this morning.
Do you want to try a
Yes,
little
yeah,
bit?
Yep,
Yes,
I'm all
squish.
washed. So still just a rough.
Yes, yeah. Go for it. Oh, you're doing great. Yes, don't be afraid. Go for it. I love
Get
it.
all that extra flour out of there.
Yes, yeah. Keep going and see how nice it is that the dough is picking everything and it's creating like a little ball for you. So a little bit more. I washed my hands. Beautiful.
You would tell me if I wasn't doing a good job, though, right?
Always, you know me. You know we're friends.
I want to make the best pierogies here. You know.
I would make it really funny when I'm telling you, like, oh man, look at your ball.
I'm gonna switch you and rinse.
Love it. No, you did great. So it's a little sticky on the outside. So what I'm gonna do is just to doesn't stick into my dish, I'm just sprinkling a little bit of flour. All right. Boom. This is great. Yes. Yeah. Nice, nice, nice dough. And you know, from here, I can come up here and finish working on my dough. And if I need it, I need a little bit more flour. Actually, we're gonna leave this flour next to us. Whoops. Here. I have to tell you one thing. In Polish cooking, the kitchens start getting really messy. But that's okay. That's what it is all about. It. So I'm finishing here just to give a little bit more you know, movement, and you wanted that egg to be mixed right through it. So you want to give a little bit nice movement. Oh, this is gonna be a nice dough because it's soft. Do you see? It's nice and soft. It's not stiff. And you want to be careful not to put too much flour because then it start getting like stiff, and you don't want to end up with, you know, not a tasty dough for your pierogi. All right, now we need to cut this in half. Ooh. Here, because we're only gonna be rolling half of it at a time. The other half, we're gonna save it for later. Okay, so I'm gonna put one half to the side and we're gonna start rolling the other half. And I'm gonna, you could let it sit just tiny bit. You know, I have one that I had it sit right here for us. Let me see. Yeah, this one is ready to roll it. You want to let it sit just so like that egg absorb through it right there, just tiny bit so it's not sticking to your board here. Do you want to roll it?
Sure.
That's my girl's favorite thing, to roll it.
How thin do you want it?
Nice and thin.
Okay.
Not too thin. So you're gonna, as we going, like a 1/8 of an inch. Yeah.
Perfect.
So grab your rolling pin, and again, look at, I'm gonna swipe some of that flour, flip it again, and start rolling. Perfect. You go, girl. Yes. Look, you already know what to do. It's nice to put a, yeah, watch for your wrinkles. No. Oh, sorry.
I've been working hard on those.
Me too. It's a little bit of olive oil comes handy.
Oh, and coconut oil.
Yeah. Let me move those guys out of your way because there may be a little bit. I have a special dish back here where I put my dough into. Do you see, guys? Like this, one next to the other, and I cover it because you don't want the edges to get crusty as you're working on.
How are we looking?
Oh, we're looking so good, so good. Let's see, yeah. Oh, girl, this is great. Did you see how flexible that dough is?
Oh, yeah, it's really nice to work with.
Right there. We're gonna flip it one more time like this and keep going. A little bit thicker, more. Yeah, here, this is perfect. Wow, you're natural. So just tiny bit here. In the meantime, I'm gonna go find a glass, and I picked this glass today. It's a little bit bigger. For like holidays, I like my pierogies to be nice and big. If I know I have kids coming in, then I use a little bit smaller glass. But tonight we have a little get together with friends. Yeah, a little bit flour here, perfect. And I know that this is gonna work great. And I touch with my hands, I think this is perfect. Yeah. You did it, it's amazing. So if I have children, I would go for a little bit smaller glass, but for adults, boom. All that you have to do is now cut circles, and you can go ahead and move them to the side, or just leave them sitting in the same spot. Another circle. Another circle. I picked that first one because I want to make sure that it's nice and loose. So when I put my dough onto it, it's gonna be really nice. And I'm gonna let you cut some of them. All right. In the meantime, so see how fantastic it is to have a good friend come up and help, because you can multitask and juggle different stuff. Because really, pierogi, when you start making, when the process begins, you want it to be ready to start cooking, do this. In the meantime, as if I would be doing this by myself. Right now, I already would have prepared onion and those bigger slices of mushrooms, and I would be putting them in my frying pan, again, with a little bit of butter to go ahead and start frying them up. I did this earlier for you guys. I'm gonna just warm them up tiny bit, because that is gonna be something we want to put on the pierogies so they don't like stick to each other. And I also, in my water, I grabbed a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. Boom, 1, 2, 3 drops. That's all that you need, just enough that oil stick to your pierogi and they don't stick to each other.
Question for you.
Yes.
So when we're done, are we going to take the excess dough, roll it in a ball again, and then spread it, or are we just going to move straight on to our second one?
Second one. So what I do is I move to second one, move to another one, and then when it's all the leftovers, that's what I mix them together.
Perfect.
And sometimes all that I do is slice to smaller pieces and don't use this as my pierogi dough. I just slice it and I put it with a little bit of a sweet cabbage or sauerkraut, and it makes halushkis. But that's another recipe. So to me, the first cut of the pierogi is the most important one. So that's why you want to fit all your circles as close as possible, as many as you can. So that way it looks nice. So look at this. Next step, we're gonna be taking a little bit of our dough and making a little balls and placing them right in the center. If you're familiar, very similar ball like you would be making a cookie. So nothing smaller, nothing bigger. I would love you to get into it.
Absolutely.
And then look at Erin, because you're gonna be working on this now. You're gonna take one of the pierogies like this, and you're gonna fold it. And did you notice how I want you to see this. I did not pull my dough around it. I fold this in. Okay. You don't want to pull your dough because you can break your dough, and our dough is so soft and incredible. And I'm gonna start in the middle, and I'm gonna start pinching, and it sticks really nice. If your dough is not sticking nice, get an extra little bowl with water, and you can take that little water and put it around it, and then it's gonna stick. Our dough, we didn't put any hardly flour on the top. It's gonna stick amazing. And I'm just making cute little pinches, no real rolls, nothing special, just simple. I just love that half moon, beautiful, simple, traditional look. Your bowls are just amazing. You want your pierogies to be nice and full. So that's what we're going to do, nice and full. And look at this.
And I will say that looks a little bit larger than a quarter seam.
Oh, I see. I'm gonna steal this one and I'm gonna put it right there. And it's so nice to have friends to come over, or your daughter, your sister, anybody, or your hubby. Have him come over and ask them to help you pinch the pierogi. Would you like to pinch some too, Erin?
Sure.
Please start pinching them, because we're gonna start cooking them. Oh, I'm so excited. So what do you think, guys? What do you think of making pierogies? Are you gonna try this recipe this year? So remember, for the dough, 2 cups of flour, 1 egg, nice pinched of salt, and you're gonna gauge the salt wherever you like. So you're gonna be, some people like a little bit more salty than others. Then you need a little bit of an onion, potato, and if you want it, add a little mushroom, so that way you have a nice filling. Some people add sauerkraut into the inside to the filling. It gets that little like a fun flavor. And I just thought today we're gonna do a basic. Beautiful.
So our little trick.
Yeah.
Oh, he looks a little lopsided.
You can move him around. Beautiful, beautiful. Push him in. Yes.
Oh,
yes.
He's a little chubby.
So look at this again. Let's try this again. Look at this, what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna squish him this way. Did you see what I did?
Oh, yes.
So that way I can wrap it around it and don't have to pull the dough. but first time ever, are you kidding me? Come on, let's do a pierogi dance. Pierogi dance. Woo, woo. Wow, I love it.
Don't eat the raw ones.
I have to tell you, Michael is behind the scenes and he cannot wait to taste some of our pierogies. So he has been walking for morning and saying, oh, should I or should I not have a breakfast? Because I want some pierogies.
Okay, yes, giving the little thumbprint in the middle was perfect.
Yeah, do you see?
Yeah.
Yeah, super. So we're gonna push that dough to the side. Now we have our pierogies. Look, I'm, in the meantime, Erin is pinching them.
Yep.
I'm grabbing
Do you want me to
pierogies.
bring some over as well? Or?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. So come over here and look at the water is cooking. I'm gonna turn off my mushroom. Is perfect right now. Can I show you my mushroom? Look at how beautiful, golden. The mushroom is just wonderful. And we want it because we want to be able to put that right away onto our pierogies. When you're putting your pierogies into the water, let them slide down. Don't drop them. You put your hand down and just lightly slide down, not touching anything else but just the pierogi. Oh, this is gonna be so good. See, you don't want to, you want to be very gentle, so that water doesn't sprinkle on you and burn your hand. Please don't do that. So very gentle, you cook. Now it's gonna be between 2 to 3 minutes. You have to watch. So all the pierogi is gonna rise up to the top. Once they rise up, I like to keep them in the water for a few more minutes. And then I scoop them up and I have a beautiful dish, ready, set, go on this side where I'm gonna scoop them up and put them into the dish, and then I'm gonna bring all of this beautiful mushroom. And you know what? I'm going to turn this back on just tiny bit, and my butter seemed to completely disappeared. So I'm gonna just get a little scoop of butter and throw it into this pan with my mushroom and mix it up. You know, I was very excited about doing this together with Erin and you guys. So, really looking forward to having a nice meal right now. So yes, my butter is melting, so it's gonna be perfect. My pierogies are cooking. Super.
So you said about 3 minutes it takes for those to boil.
2 to 3 minutes. You really have to watch them. And I stand by my pierogi. I watch them. I make sure that everything is great. Let's clean up this space a little bit because we're gonna plate it, our pierogies right here. So later on we would have do another dough, and Erin is staying here for the afternoon. We are planning to make quite a bit of pierogies because we have friends coming over and maybe other cooking happen. And I have my favorite little scooper. This is like a, how you call this?
You know, I don't do enough
Cooking
with pastries.
Here, hold this.
I love it.
How do you like it?
I love it. It's a perfect fit.
Yeah, isn't it?
You know, we should call this, I don't know, the pierogi net.
Oh, I love that, pierogi net. That sounds fantastic. So my pierogi net is very soft around the edges because you don't want to poke your pierogi and then the spill into your pot and that filling comes up. The dough is quite delicate, so you want it to be really nice and simple. Oh, I'm so excited. I have a few plates for us.
So
and
we have a couple questions.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to watch both sides. I apologize. But
Tell
so
us.
people are asking, how much of a boil are you putting it into? It's just a light boil, right?
Yeah, light boil. Notice my stove is set totally on light. I have this much water in here and they're just floating right now.
It is a slow roll.
Yes. Yeah, you don't want it to cook too much, but you want it to cook enough that they're beautiful. Wow, that they come out so nice. Oh, perfect pierogies. I'm excited about it. Just one more minute. I like when they come to the top and cook a little bit on the top and then I take them off. You don't want to sit too long because then they're overcooked. All right, we have cute little dishes because guess what? Really good with your pierogi, a little bit of sour cream. So I'm gonna take a little bit of a sour cream, and if you plating, you can go ahead, put this right on the plates for everybody, oh, you can go ahead and drop a little drop right here in the dish, and every person can come up and grab as much as they want. So that's one thing that I like to add to my pierogies. And another thing that I love to have on a table is a little bit of a jam, and this one is super special. One of our girls, our retreaters, have brought it for us. So I saved it for Christmas, and I just opened up, and this one is,
I think that one's blackberry.
this is the blackberry. Yeah, I'm drooling right now because
Who
that,
doesn't love homemade jam?
yes, just that little bit of that jam, just that tiny bit, you can just put it right next, and it, I don't know what it does. It's almost like cranberry sauce with your turkey. So we have beautiful pierogies happening. Oh, I better stop talking and fish them right out. So look at this.
Oh, they look
Just-
perfect.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
And I'm gonna put them into that first plate right here. Wow, wow, and wow, wow, wow. They are beautiful. Really good. Oh, awesome. I'm so excited. Even that we're gonna be cooking a little bit more, I'm gonna turn this off for now. And all that I'm gonna do is take my onions and take my little mushroom and sprinkle on the top. They're just golden. The mushrooms are a little darker. I use portobello mushrooms, so that's what the darkness comes from. And look at, with my spoon, I'm moving everything around because I want our pierogi to get some of that butter, that mushroom onto the outside.
Onto that, yeah, get that
Yes.
flavor.
Yeah, and then from this dish, because this is my in-between dish where I put all the butter and everything onto it. From here, using even that same spoon, oh, thank you, I'm gonna plate it up so that way it go to the table, and I would be serving it at the table. And I probably would go ahead and get a few more, oh my gosh, they're beautiful, few more of those beautiful mushrooms. You know, I'm so visual. It's like quilting. What do you think, Erin?
Well, I hope they're visual too, because they cannot smell how delicious this
Isn't it
smells.
beautiful? So right here, we're gonna put it between the plates. Look at our pierogies. Isn't that nice? So, and now, go ahead, grab a pierogi, Erin.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
Guests always first, remember. And yeah,
So, you
Oh,
tell
yeah.
me, you like it with the sour cream and the jam?
I like it with everything. So I love having a little bit of a mushroom. I love everything. And notice the difference in the bites. Make sure you have some of that onion. I'm gonna scoop it up and get some
Oh,
onion
thank you.
for Erin. There you go.
I love
And I'm
onion.
making a little plate for Michael because he cannot wait in the back. So right there, I'm gonna grab some of this, just on the side, a little bit of that. Yum. Here, and now you go ahead and slice it.
And take a,
Sorry, Michael, I'm gonna taste your pierogi.
and then we're gonna take a
Yeah.
celebratory bite. Here, cheers.
Cheers. Oh. Gosh. I wish you were here. I so wish you were here. This is
so
so
good.
yummy. I
It's
want
really,
another
really
bite.
good.
Michael, I will have your plate to you shortly. And you probably wonder what's good to pair up for drinking for this dish. My personal favorite is homemade mint tea. And I went already prepare a cute little pot of mint tea. Look at it inside. You have the stalks of mint. Yeah, it smells
It
so,
does.
so good. And all that I do is I have a nice cup for Erin, cup for me. If you would like, I have
Oh,
some
thank you.
honey. But mint goes amazing with your pierogies. So nice little mint tea. One for you, one for
you.
me. And this is for like in the kitchen, you know, tonight.
Yeah.
We're getting together, just few friends. Erin and me are making pierogies, we're prepping. And guess what I pulled up for tonight?
What did you pull up?
I have my mom's fine china. I'm so excited. My mom have shared with me her china, so that way during the holidays, special occasions, I pull it
That's
out.
really sweet.
Yeah, so when you come tonight, we're gonna be playing a little tea party. I have a cup for you and cup for me.
Thank you.
Yes. So that's for later. In the kitchen, a nice big cup of mint tea as you're cooking. Wow.
So good.
Simple.
Mint is my favorite. So
Less is better.
Yeah.
For me, for cooking, simple recipes, good ingredients, egg, flour, little love, mixing things around. And I want to tell you a little secret. When you're making pierogies and you're doing a meat pierogies, there is an amazing way you cook your meat for the stuffing, save that stock, and then you cook your pierogies in that stock. So that way your
Extra
pierogies,
flavor.
if you want to meet pierogies. For this ones,
so
I'm
smart. I know.
telling you.
I was being
know.
polite, but
Me too. Michael, do we have any questions today?
We do. I'm just trying to.
I'm sorry to do this to you guys, but I'm so excited about this.
we're doing the easy part over here. Mike is working hard.
Isn't it good?
It's so good.
Simple.
So, a couple simple ones, and I think I don't know if you touched on them or not. How long did you have the dough resting when you switched?
Probably an hour. I'm looking behind Michael. There's my clock. I prepped the dough. So right now, as probably an hour. I have that one resting, but right now we could be ready to work from our dough that we just made. And look at that. It is, look at the difference. Can I have you hold it? Do you see how nice and soft it is? But it like fluffed it up a little bit.
It did.
Guys, there are so many recipes out there for pierogies. There are two that I absolutely love. So it's my mom, but it's also very common, a Polish one. And I wanted to show you, it's in this book called Kuchnia Polska. So you can find that simple recipe there. It's in Polish.
Can you put that set the book like down where the pierogies are?
Oh, okay.
So I can zoom in on it for them. You have to go forward more.
There we go.
Okay.
Move the pierogies out of there. You're
We
fine.
can't.
Just
Don't-
let me see
I'll take the pierogi.
Don't go too far away with the pierogi.
I won't leave you far behind.
the- Okay, you gotta get
So that's a, yes.
there. There you go. Hold on. Stay there for a second. Try to get it so the girls can see the name of the book. All right, that's perfect.
So this is one of the books that I use for some of the Polish recipes. And if you want something a little bit more, I recently discovered an amazing restaurant in San Francisco. The restaurant has closed since then, but the girl that owned the restaurant had a book out, and I was able to purchase. And this is Baking at the 20th Century Cafe. A lot of cakes, cookies, but she also have a recipe for pierogies that it's really good. Her dough is made with sour cream, so you can switch it. Instead of the water, do sour cream. Very good book, very nice recipes.
Well, and like you said, there's a million ways to make pierogies.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah. And I bet everybody has that little, little secret recipe. For our family was, my mom used to cook the meat, take the meat out, save the stock, make pierogies, and then cook them in that stock from the meat. And it was just delicious. The flavor is just amazing. And we're gonna do that one time. But for now, just basic pierogies. I'm gonna have to have a second one. Are you ready?
Oh, I'm gonna finish my first one.
Oh, girl.
Going straight for the second.
And I totally forgot to feed Michael. Let's
That's all
give him a plate
Another
of joy.
question for you.
Yes?
You don't have a specific amount of water you put into them,
One
right?
cup. 1 cup. So notice,
But how much?
almost a
flour?
cup. 2 cups of flour, 1 egg, pinch of salt, and I start with a cup of water. Look at how just tiny
Okay, hold
bit
on. Move it to
left.
that way a little further.
Yeah.
And then tilt it up for them.
So this much left water, you really have to like move your hand through it.
Make it feel.
Yes, and feel it. You don't want it to be too stiff. You don't want too much flour, but you don't want your dough to be too sticky. So notice I didn't put all the water in, but then I add a little bit more flour. So it kind of, you have to gauge it, and that's Polish cooking.
Yeah.
You roll with the punches, you go as you do it, and right now I have to make a little plate for Michael because I don't want him to get hangry behind the scenes. So, Erin, keep taking questions.
Yes.
I'm
Mike,
gonna
what
feed
else
Michael.
do we?
Okay, another question was the flour. Is it self-rising flour or just all-purpose?
This is all-purpose flour. All-purpose flour, and just the basic one. I got a bag of it, and no fancy recipe. The onion, I got this one. Isn't it good? Look,
Mike's enjoyed it. But
Yeah.
I feel like that's the great thing about a recipe like this. It's really stuff that you probably already have at home.
Yeah.
There's no like specialized, like a certain type of flour or, you know, and like you said, like even with the cheese, throw whatever you've got in.
yeah, if
It's
you
gonna-
have some leftover cheese from your pizzas or this, you're gonna be drawn to the flavors that you like. And my mom sometimes would like save a little bacon and toss it in, and put a little mushroom. Anything she would have, or if she had a tiny bit of a sausage left over or a little ham, she would slice it, add it to it.
Now you're talking my
Yeah.
language. It sounds like we could have this at every meal.
Yes, pretty
Breakfast,
much.
lunch, dinner.
Yeah. Oh, and it's really what inside that is one of the most important parts of pierogies. So it's gonna be up to you how much you want to put in and how yummy that filling you want to make.
Yeah.
Now, before we go, I want to share with you something. Not just pierogies happen at holidays. So for Christmas,
Oh,
hold on.
we've got
bothering you.
another. You can't. They're like.
I don't know why I got only one.
You can't.
Come on.
You can't have just one. Trust me.
guys, and this is why we didn't do this in the office, because this would be
We
a
don't wanna
problem.
share.
No, we are
I'm just
going to
kidding.
share. We have some of our staff coming on later on to have a little bite and try those pierogies, because we have talked about it. Or we maybe grab them and take them to the office when we finish. But it's a good idea
Yes.
too. Yeah, everybody will be so nicely surprised. This is a great dish to take with you. Now, a little advice: if you are traveling with your pierogies and you have to warm them up, put them in a frying pan with a touch of olive oil, little bit of, already you're gonna have mushrooms and everything on it, but put tiny bit of water. That water is gonna like put so much fluff
Yeah.
into pierogies and cover it up.
It's gonna steam them up and
steam them up.
moisture.
Yeah. Yeah, because if you start frying them, they're gonna get a little bit stiff and dry on the outside. Some people like
Yeah.
that. So really, it's personal preference. I like them a little bit. Mike raised his hand. He liked a little bit of a dry part. I like to have them a little bit more fluffy. So I put a little water, cover them up, steam them up. But for them not to stick together, make sure you have that butter in between, or olive oil with mushrooms and onions. And that's the basic. Now, do you have any holiday traditions that you do, Erin?
You know, we did as kids, but you know, now it's with family spread out. We just kind of do whatever, you know, needs to be done, you know, that year, depending on where family's going to be or whatnot. So, but you know, we love to go to Chinese food on Christmas Eve. So,
Stop.
yeah.
That is so
Yeah,
cool.
I don't know.
Yeah.
There's a movie, The Christmas Story, and my husband loves it. So he's like, let's do Chinese food.
I love that.
So,
see,
you know
making-
where we'll be, our favorite place.
Of course. I maybe come over, swing by, visit
You know where
with
we'll
you.
be.
Yes. But maybe this is going to be something you want to add to your
Yes.
holiday traditions, you
And
know?
So easy.
So easy to make.
I mean, you really don't need to be like a baker or a cook. I mean, it was really simple and easy. So.
Super. And we are going to practice. We have 2 more rings of dough that we're going to have to finish it up, because you don't want to just put it
True.
away.
Oh.
You want to finish, have it
That
ready.
is not going to waste.
And if you want it, you can put 6 of them in a little Ziploc bags into your freezer, then pull it out when you need a quick meal, and they're excellent to freeze it too. So it's a really nice recipe that you can use it anytime. Now, over the holidays, I have some fun traditions that I have been doing. One of them is making pierogi. Another tradition that I have is I love to have a new quilt for Christmas. So yes, I'm so bad. And most likely I would ask Michael to, if you could please be my Santa and get a nice quilt for me. And I can't wait to share with you my quilt for this holidays. I have it here with me. Hold on. I know, I'm so excited about it. Look at this.
It is a beauty.
Gorgeous quilt I just got. I named it Quilter's Cabin because all that I'm thinking about it now is like I want to be someplace in the cabin enjoying this quilt. And so many of you, I post a picture of this quilt on the website, and so many of you have been so excited about it. We did make a pattern for it. So if you would like to, we have a beautiful Quilter's cabin pattern. Look at this gorgeous pattern. And also, if you would like to, we have pulled amazing fabrics, and we have a kit for exact the quilt that I have it on the cover on the pattern. So look at this, our pierogies, our pattern, all these wonderful things for the holidays. But speaking of wonderful things, I think you have an announcement for everybody.
Well, I'll let you make the main announcement if you want, because let me tell you, many people have been waiting.
So guys, our block of the month for 2023, it's live right now. We just turned it on. So if you want to join us, please do so. Just go to our website, sign up for our block of the month. We are so excited for you guys. There's gonna be 8 blocks that we're gonna ship to you once a month. We're gonna ship a block. We're gonna be creating this beautiful medallion quilt. It is made from Primrose collection. It is stunning. We're starting beginning of March, start shipping the blocks, but the spaces fill up really quick. So if you want a space, sign up.
Yep.
And it's a perfect gift to yourself. So if you want to have something fun to do, and we have a pre-cut. We have a pre-cut again. So if you want it, you could sign up for a pre-cut kit. The packages come into you. You watch our videos. The pattern is there. It's going to be just stunning. I can't wait to make this quilt.
Yeah, and the nice thing is, like she said, we do have the pre-cut again this year and standard. So if you like to cut your own fabrics, you can still choose that option. We are still offering to ship internationally. So if you're in Canada or anywhere else worldwide, we will be able to ship that to you. You'll just, on our website, you'll just want to make sure that you select the standard, either standard or pre-cut. There's only 2 choices there. And then once you go in, you'll be able to select your shipping option. USA, that price is already included in there for you. So no additional buttons to push. So I would sign up quick because this one's going to be, it's going to be a good one. It's gorgeous.
And
so
I think it's an amazing gift. I'm signing both my mother-in-law and my mom. Both of the girls in my life gonna get a kid every single month. My mother-in-law have called me so many times just saying, thank you so much. At her age, she doesn't want to cut. She doesn't want to pick the colors. She just want to sit down and sew. And she's loving the pre-cut kits. So I absolutely am so thrilled that it makes such a difference in so many people's life to get a block of the month that it's pre-cut and get that mail once a month that you are looking forward to it, and you are able to make such a beautiful quilt. So
it's the
super
gift
excited.
that keeps on giving.
Yeah.
For 8 whole months.
The kit, your block of the month will include all your blocks, your border and binding, and your pattern as usual, as well as videos and all the customer service help that you need to achieve your blocks. So please join us for next year, 2023 block of the month. I am so excited for you guys.
Yes.
Now, Michael, do we have any more questions?
Well, I just have one question. Kara here
Yes.
noted that she was getting an error when they sign up. So I'm not aware of any problems yet, but
Okay.
let Kara know.
Yeah,
that
Kara will-
give us a call and we'd be happy to help.
Yeah,
out.
Kara, if you are having any issues signing up, or anyone, if you do have issues, of course, please email us at support@laundrybasketquilts.com. Cindy, Lisa, or myself would be happy to take a look and help you out, and we can even help you out on our side if it makes it easier for you, if you maybe don't have internet access, or the website, or but also you can give us a call too. So phone number's on the website, so we're here to help any step of the way.
And I want to take a moment because you don't know this probably, and I don't get enough chances to thank you, Erin, for the most amazing customer service for our customers. Guys, Erin is in charge of our customer service. She does such an amazing job. There are other girls that work with her, but it's just super nice to see how much you care. When I'm in the office, I see her on the phone, I see her through emails, responding to you guys, and we're so thankful for you guys and thankful for Erin that she helps you put your orders in, help you sign up for block of the month, signed up for your newsletter, or if we're missing something, just email us, call us, and we make sure you get it, because we're just human too.
Yeah, well, thank you so much, and we have a great customer service team, and Cindy and Lisa, they work really hard with me every day, and we make a good team, and we love where we work, and we love all you.
The only thing we'll say, Kara, if you can hear me there, or I'll send you a note on the thing here that you are signed up. So it looks like you are signed for a standard block of the month, and I do see your subscription there. So
Perfect. So Kara, it looked like your subscription did go through just fine. So
we'll
you're all
make
set.
sure you get just one, because you actually have more than one there. So
Okay, perfect.
Thank you so much for signing up. Guys, we appreciate you. Have a wonderful holidays. I am so thankful that you came to my house and join us in for this little bit cooking.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, anytime, sweetheart. This was fun. We need to do more of it.
Yeah,
So
like and subscribe if you want to see more.
yeah, and share with others. If you have family members, if you have friends, if you have anybody you want to share our videos with it, we're so thankful you do it. And let us know if you want to see more Polish recipes.
Thanks, guys. Happy holidays.